more shelf life and impactful brand experience. You build a strong presence in the promo world. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. It's good to see you on the podcast. How's the weather there?
Right now it's a little cold here in California, but it's been pretty nice. Other than that, I live in
Oh,
Sacramento, so it's a little inland. I don't really get
lovely,
coastal
lovely.
weather. I get more mountain and valley weather.
Yeah, I love the this coast side more. I mean, I was in New York, I was in Texas, I was in Jersey,
Yeah.
Orlando, Florida, Tampa Bay. Thank you so much for giving your time. Thank you so much you're here today. The topic for today is let's talk more shelf life and impactful brand experience.
Yes.
We welcome you on today's podcast, Riley Friar. Thank you for coming here once again.
Of
The,
course, I'm excited to be here.
the first question that you built a strong presence in the promo world. What first drew you to the promotional product space and how was your journey shaped your current perspective?
So I originally I've worked with OnFulfillment ever since I graduated college back in 2018, I want to say. When I originally came in, OnFulfillment has a lot of different sectors, and the promotional part of it at the time was only such a small little sliver of what
Right,
they did.
right.
And then I came in, it started slowly just growing. And the more we started realizing how important this shift within like companies' marketing teams went from printed collateral like flyers and posters
Right.
to t-shirts and socks and pens. They like to say like, oh, the print industry, like the decline is because of it's just getting tossed, but I think that it happened because there was a shift more towards the promotional space.
Right, right.
And I've always been someone that loves the fashion industry, loves like the trending industry. And so it just kind of fit really well. And it's definitely impacted how I look at groups of new trends coming in and just similarities within it.
How's promotional product industry you think is a boom or a curse? Is it good doing gifting, or is it bad doing gifting?
I think that it's good. I think that having these hard good products instead of printed collateral like a flyer, no matter what, if I've already read the flyer, I'm gonna toss it. Whereas if I go to say a trade show or an event and someone say gives me sunglasses with like their branding on it or
Right.
something else, or like the new trend now is like QR codes that are printed
QR
on
code.
on
Wow,
hard
yeah.
products. I'm going to keep the hard product more than the actual flyer itself. And
True.
so and the product is meant to be a reminder
So
compared to
yeah,
the flyer.
I mean to say gifting is good, but with a cause, with a story, with the momentum
Yeah.
behind it, knowing your audience.
Yes, it depends on the product because for the longest time, the promotional industry was mainly known as, it was pens with your logo on it and just small things, but there's definitely been a shift. And I
Yes.
think the shift has helped make the promotional product industry a little longer lasting and a little
Right.
more important
Right.
than it was before.
And I truly agree. I'm also working in this promotional space since 10 years now. We were in Vegas for a PPI exhibition, then we were in Orlando for ASI. The culture that America has in promotional product industry is different. It's different. When you gift somebody, it's with a cause, with a
Yes.
case, I mean, with a
There's,
study. I mean,
yes.
it's just gifting, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. It's getting a gift. Like you never see like unless it's obviously like a nice book or
Right.
a signed copy of something. If you get
Yeah.
a printed piece, it's not you don't consider it a gift, you consider it like a task. Where
True.
if you get something else, it's not a task, it's a gift.
It's a gift, of course, of
Yeah.
course. And let's dive into the concept of merch, its shelf life. How do you define it? And why is that such a critical factor in creating meaningful branded merchandise?
I think right now, especially merch shelf life now, compared to 6, maybe 7 years ago, it has changed so much as where it's become so important. And the way that I feel like now, it's measured in how useful it is and how it's not going to get tossed. And maybe it's not used by the customer itself.
Right.
Maybe it's good enough of a product to be given to someone else. like someone else that they care about. And it's promotional products. The way that we measure their success is by the number of impressions that they have.
Right.
So the number of impressions is like how many people are going to be able to see this product. So like with a pen, that has a very low impression life. Like there's not a high number of impressions that you get from a pen unless you're close up with someone. Whereas
Right.
say like a jacket, if I walk down the street wearing this jacket, people are going to see this, or they're going to see the backpack like at the airport or walking down the
Yeah.
street. Those are high impression points. And I think the highest impression product group is drinkware, and that's because everyone has drinkware. I have one of my company drinkwares right here. I have just and being in the promotional industry, you get
Drink was very important.
and I have
Okay.
so many water bottles that I have not thrown away that I've just been given throughout the years. But like, say, like pens, I've gotten so many pens. And so, like, when it comes to the merch shelf life, you want it to be something that is going to stick around. Like, even if maybe it goes in the cabinet, it'll eventually be used. Like, it's something that's useful, and that's what makes drinkware such a high
Right.
impressionable
Right.
thing
Right.
because everyone needs a water bottle, even if it's like a last minute thing, like, oh, my normal one is currently in the dishwasher. I need water.
Yeah, agree, and I agree to the point that drinkware has the most impressions ever, and the jacket as well, sunglasses as well. Truly admire this point, and I'm sure whoever listening to this podcast today will have at least something learned from that when they choose and when they speak to a client. These are the three products having more impressions, so might as well put this first. So can you share an example? What are the key elements that a piece merch stick around instead of ending up in a drawer or a trash?
I think it's usefulness and utility, but it's also uniqueness. And we're seeing that a lot. And it obviously really depends on who you're giving the gift to. And that's what
Right.
you need to think about when like you choose a promotional product, whether it's for like your corporate store for your employees or it's going to like like a special event or something like that. And if it's utilitarian, like I have so many products I've been given, like this is a wallet, little like
Okay.
magnetic wallet or a power bank, and I use it all the time, but I was given it by a vendor
Okay.
and I'll use that. But like something, say, like if I'm going to a concert or like a sporting event,
Mhm.
if I want it to stick around, I want it to remind me of that event. But I don't want it to be something cheap, but it's gonna be, for me, it's gonna be something that reminds me of that memory. And so it usually just like the shelf life, the factors of it usually just depend on what exactly you're looking for. So
Right.
if it's
Right.
something that's useful for like you, then that's like great. And that's great for like longevity or like kind of like more niche uses, but like for like a concert, sporting event, or a trade show, something that's going to remind you that you were
Right.
there.
Keeping that impression, keeping that in mind that you keep reminding of that product. And with that product, you remember that logo on that product.
Yes, like
The idea.
that logo is like the product itself, like when it's blank, you're not gonna remember the memory. But
Yeah.
like if that product is logoed with something that's specifically for that event or that team, like the promotional industry is huge within the
Hmm.
like sports industry because like if you say like with the Super Bowl, like if someone were to get like a plastic like cheap cup that we in our industry know it does not cost a lot, but it
Right.
has the Super Bowl logo on it, they're gonna keep that. It does not matter. They're gonna
It will
keep it
not
over
go.
because it's a memory that it
Yeah,
reminds them
yeah,
that
I
they.
agree. So, can you share an example of a campaign or a product that delivered high impact and long shelf life, and what made it work so well?
That is a great question. There's so many different campaigns out there right now. And there's one that I saw just locally, and it wasn't even necessarily like within my industry, but I saw it locally. It was this restaurant and this like restaurant bar, and they have like their theme is like Palm Springs, desert, beach
Okay.
vibes. And the product that they gave out was one of those like paper fans, but the way that it was printed was it had their logo on it, but it was also like really colorful. And it was just something that, like, because it gets super hot, like here in Sacramento, it gets super hot. It makes sense that they would need a fan because the bar is like kind of indoor outdoor. Like you are gonna get hot, but someone that is gonna walk by or as those people leave and they still have the fan, someone else is gonna see that fan and be like, oh, where's that? And why are there so many people with this specific like fan? Is there some event going on? No, it's just a bar and they just go in there. because they want to be the whole point of the promotional product industry is it's like a team logo. And so they want to, people want to be a part of that fan base if it's something cool. You don't want to become a fan of a team that is not as fun, that you don't have a connection to. And that I think that having that product, even though it was something that was so small, it made so much sense.
Right. And what trend are you seeing in the 2025 around experience branding and how promo merch is being integrated into a bigger marketing place?
There's so many trends out there, but the two that I think are the most like important are MagSafe phone accessories. So like the magnetic power banks, the magnetic products, because a lot of time, like what used to happen in the phone like accessory industry was it was adhesive, so it was more permanent. Whereas having these like interchangeable magnetic accessories for your smartphone, because everyone has a smartphone now, and it's just become that thing that we've just now like it's okay. It can't be something that's cheap, cheap, because if someone were to give you like one of those adhesive sticker wallets,
Right.
they're probably going to toss it. But someone that's going to have, say, like something that's a little nicer that magnetizes that they can interchange with something they already have, they will. But then the other trend I'm seeing is playing a lot more with color that isn't their corporate color. And it's that I saw somewhere they called it, it's cheerful branding, where it's using colors that make people experience like like happiness or cheers them up. And maybe it's not necessarily, but it's like this, it makes them feel better about having the product. And because it's so like on trend and it's something that's a little more useful, like and applicable to the younger generation, because right now the younger generation is so influenced by social media, and because they're so attached to their phone, they want something that's going to make their lives a little easier, but also make their lives look a little more fun. And that's their currency, is they want to look, they want, not on top of actually having fun, they want it to look like they're having fun. And so having something that's like actually like a product that's actually cool that they can show off, that the whole point of social media is bragging, and they want to brag about the product. So if it's something that's cute and it's something cool, then yeah, they're gonna 100% show it off. It's something that like whether it's like something that's sleek and techy, that's like so cool. Like I have this power bank right here, magnetized to my phone. I got it as a sample from a vendor of ours. I use it all the time, and I go out and I have friends that try to steal it every single time. They try to steal this specific product. I have to, I will remind them. I've had so many people that they'll just put it on their phone. They're like, oh, I need, because you don't need that's the MagSafe thing. It makes it, if it's a power bank, you don't have to have a cord, because people want to be cordless, the whole wireless.
Thank you. So it was a great talking to Riley. If anybody wants to get in touch with you, what is your email address or phone number if anybody has to get in touch with you?
If you want to get in touch with me, reach out to me on LinkedIn, or honestly, email me, reach out. I am always willing to chat about the promotional industry. It is RileyF at OnFulfillment.com. Check out OnFulfillment. We always post weekly flyers. We have catalogs we build out just with the different trends and stuff going out.
People can keep an eye on promotional trends and subscription that you guys are offering, keeping on your website and your email address. Thank you so much for giving your time and the energy you have and the knowledge that you have given to us. Just loved it.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciated being on here.